Hello, and welcome back to Sly Rockstar for your first zodiac reading. At Sly Rockstar, we do our zodiac readings by significator chosen by birthday. The King of Wands is the significator for the last third of Cancer and the first 2/3 of Leo from July 13th to August 12th. If you are born from July 13th to August 12th, your significator is the King of Wands. If this is not your significator, look in the description below to find where your birthday is. Let's jump right in. Messages for King of Wands, January 2022. Messages, King of Wands, January 2022. Messages, King of Wands, January 2022. Messages, King of Wands, January 2022. Messages for King of Wands, January 2022. Messages for our King of Wands, January 2022. All right. What energy is surrounding you this month? What are you feeling sitting in? Oh, right there. Big change. Ace of Wands. Very nice. The first card of the Minor Arcana. New beginning. New passionate beginning. This is about some major change. Something big. It could be a new person, new job, new opportunity. You could have moved. Big shift. Aces are about changes. And they are the highest, purest form of the element, this being a wand. It is the fire element. Creative. Lots of movement. Let's see where it goes. What's sitting over top? What's crossing you? An obstacle you might encounter this month? The Seven of Wands in reverse. All right. So this change that you are feeling happening, you have been defending your ground. You either feel that you are fending people off. It doesn't have to be people. It can be a situation. But there's been a breakthrough. Whatever this struggle, this battle of one has been about, it's in reverse. It's over. So something here has changed. Something has broken down, and it could be for your best. You might have been working very hard towards something, and that energy is finally moving in and in the right direction. Could be. Let's see where it goes. Where is this coming from? The foundation of our whole spread, the Sun in reverse. You have known that you needed this change for a while, and it's not just a change. It's not just a new relationship. It's not just the end of a relationship. It's not just a new job. It's not just a new location. This is something that you have been manifesting because things have been out of sync. You've known for a long time that this change, or maybe not so long, maybe it was a flash, a sudden insight that you weren't living to your highest potential, or in the mode that is absolutely right for you as an individual. You, as the Knight of Wands, know that in order to achieve fully, to see yourself living your highest reality, there needs to be a forceful change. There's a lot of force in these two cards, the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands. A lot of activity, a lot of movement, creativity, passion. These are not slow energies. Whatever this is, it probably happened quickly. You might not have known for a long time. This might have been a realization that happened in a second, in a day. Maybe with whatever situation this is, even a month is a very quick time if it's something that's been stagnant for years. See where it goes. Energy that's moving out, fading away this month. Nice. Eight of Swords in reverse. You've taken that blindfold off. You've wriggled free of these bonds. You are starting to zoom out and see the situation from above. This flash of inspiration that has led to a big change for you came from feeling that you were captive, or maybe not even realizing it. Maybe it's all of that chatter that hundreds and hundreds of voices has been yelling from inside, and you've finally been able to quiet it down, pick out the relevant ones, and tune everything else out. Something happened. Something big and sudden. What gift is being offered to you from the universe? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There is something very stable in your life. And you're being given the opportunity to move in a new direction. This reading isn't about cutting ties with the past or whatever this Ten of Pentacles is. Family, job, house. This is about changing the course of these things. It doesn't mean that this realization was about throwing everything away and going out on your own. Instead, it's about having felt that even in this, you have been on your own, and realizing that you aren't, you don't have to be, and you can restructure from within in order to get yourself back. Yourself in reverse. Yourself. This is coming from this feeling of not being truly who you are. And in order to get that sense of self back, this reading isn't saying you have to throw everything away, go out on your own, and discover who you are. It's saying focus on what's really important to you. Focus on the loudest, most important voices. And everything else can become a little bit more quiet. Take these changes one by one. And there is one big one right here, Ace of Wands, right in the middle of the spread. There's one big change you realized recently you need to make. Let's see how that's going to go. Energy coming in. The High Priestess. you're intuitive. You know what that is. Maybe just hearing this reading is giving you the confidence and the sign that that thing that comes into your head, that one loud voice, is in fact the right one. The one that has been trying to get your attention for some time and that you just heard. And it was this aha moment that a big change is necessary. Listen, and this energy coming in, your intuition, the more you pay attention to it, it will become louder and louder, and you will be more and more confident in following, in heeding, and in asking your own intuition for signs. How do you see yourself in this situation? The Hierophant. Taurus energy. Society. Also, he holds the keys to the kingdom. You see yourself as holding this situation together. You are integral. And that's why before I was saying, it doesn't feel like something that has to be cut out of your life. The opposite. You have to trust and integrate your knowledge of yourself, your correct view about how it needs to be changed from within. How are you seen in this situation? How's your environment? You have love around you. You have a partner. You have a support system that recognizes your ability to do what is best for yourself and everyone else in this situation. Your environment is not combative, it is supportive. And while sometimes it can be difficult and uncomfortable when somebody around us, close to us, makes a change, a big change, that is not what is happening here. It might be uncomfortable, but it is not unwelcome. It will not be met with resistance. If you are receiving this message because you are worried about changing your role and how the people around you will react, you don't have to be. They are going to support you. They're going to encourage you. If they are uncomfortable, they will deal with it knowing that you have everybody's greatest interest at heart, that you are not doing this out of anything but self-love, and that you are following the guidance of your own intuition. This is nice. This is very nice. See where it goes. Your hopes and fears in this situation. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. You fear and hope for change. The fear here is that when you start to follow your intuition, when the rest of this noise is blocked out, as you start to make this change that's being offered in the Ace of Wands, that everything will come crashing down. You also hope for the change. You hope that whatever is in balance now will not be. It sounds weird, but the balance that you've been hanging on to is limiting your ability to truly accomplish what you can as your greatest self. The balance needs to be disrupted, and you know it. There will be a period of rediscovery where things are not going to be as they are now, but that's necessary for the change. Potential immediate outcome. 8 of Wands in reverse. I see this 8 of Wands in reverse as a progression from this 7 of Wands in reverse, and from this Ace of Wands upright and this Sun in reverse. The rapidity with which this realization happened is going to have to slow down. When you realized whatever it was here, it was very quick and very clear. Everything that comes after is going to appear a little bit slower relative to that. And what these cards are asking you to be aware of is that it is still happening. You are still in communication with your intuition. And just because that voice isn't yelling, take the time to realize how clearly it is speaking to you, because the 8 of Wands is about swiftness and it is about communication. So as we see it here in reverse, we see that it might not be as loud or as quick as you would expect from what you've just experienced, but it is clear. Communication is happening. It's being reestablished in a new way, because when you communicate in trust with your intuition, you establish that rapport. And that is what's being happen. That is what is happening here in this potential immediate outcome. Bottom of the deck. Greater clarification, larger universal forces beyond your control. The 7 of Swords. Moving away from a situation, and yet not entirely so. And that's what I was saying here. There is a change happening, but it's not an overhaul. And if it is, it's from within. You're working with this support system, with these emotional elements, not against them. Don't be in a rush, because then we miss things. You don't have to do it all on your own either. That's what it's saying. You don't have to shoulder this whole responsibility and leave things behind. You don't have to sneak around while you do it. You can be a little bit more open with what's going on. Larger universal forces, you might feel that you do, that this is something you have to shoulder by yourself. And the rest of the reading is saying these changes are going to come from you. And at the same time, you have support. And you have the support of your intuition. Larger clarification for the reading. Five of Pentacles. Yes. You feel a lot like this is your battle. Like this is you on your own. You versus them, you against the world. That you may be left out in the cold if you make these changes. That is definitely the hesitation that you're experiencing. It's the desire to hold center and not rock the boat. But your intuition is coming to you and telling you that these changes are necessary. And the rest of the reading is saying, while the things and people and stability around you may be disturbed, it's not falling apart. Just being restructured. Overall potential outcome. The Four of Pentacles. After all of this, after communicating with your intuition, realizing that these changes have to be made, there is still something that you are very much holding on to. This larger clarification is asking you to release your grip a little bit, to know that as much as you try to control a situation, when you listen to your intuition, when these changes, these pieces, your hopes and fears, it's directly related. This Two of Pentacles in reverse, this Four of Pentacles upright, they are saying that control that you are hanging on to. See what happens if you let go just a little bit. Have faith that if you give, you will receive, that these people, this situation, these things in your life are there for you and will work with you. Listen to your intuition. Trust in whatever it is that happened suddenly to help you realize that you want to know what is up with you, how you can see yourself clearly, abundantly, living in your full light of individuality. Be interested to see where this goes in February. Check back on the 1st for another zodiac reading by Significator, and daily for general energy readings. Thank you for joining me.